I'm about to play a little game of chance with an imaginary coin.
Take a seat there for me.
To help me, I've invited 37-year-old Ian Stoneman.
Thank you for doing this.
Ian's a big fan of rock climbing and diving with sharks.
I've asked you along here, actually, for one particular reason, and that is you are something of a thrill seeker. I'm going to ask you to make a series of decisions that you might find quite exciting, even thrilling. First of all, let me give you something. Hold your hand out. Any idea what that is?
No.
No. Tell you what that is. That is an imaginary coin. As you sort of look at it there on your hand, you can imagine that one side of the coin's got an A on it, and if you turn it over, the other side's got a B on it. Got it? And I'm going to ask you 3 times to toss that coin and then tell me whether it's come up A or B. And what's really, really important is that those are your decisions. It's very important. So I put certain things in place that are based on the fact that I think I know in advance which letter you're going to say each time, which choice you're going to make. Does that make sense?
Yes.
OK. Before you toss it, I have here a letter. Now, you can't see what that is, can you? You've got no way of knowing. But this is, I hope, the letter that you're about to tell me is going to come face up on that coin.
Right.
All right?
OK.
Got it? So, toss the coin. And bang, on the back of your hand. All right, OK, so, have a look at it. See what letter's there. What letter are you looking at?
B.
A B. And the letter I've got here is a B, as it turns out. Exciting? Thrilling, even. Excellent, good. So look, you can have a look at that if you like. It's a 50-50 choice, of course, but nonetheless. That's one. Should we do it again?
Yep.
Excellent. You're a vegan, aren't you?
Yes.
Right, let's play again. So you're going to do exactly the same thing again. You'll toss the coin, but this time you'll be taking responsibility for your choice. There'll be an interesting outcome as to which choice you make. So in that sense, we're raising the stakes.
OK.
I say steaks, actually sausages. So, 2 hot dogs. One marked A, one marked B. Now, I can tell you, Ian, one of these hot dogs is made of proper, juicy, tender dog meat, as you'd expect. The other one is a vegan-friendly substitute made of soya and wheat protein and wallpaper and farts, whatever goes into those things. In a moment, you're going to toss the coin, and you'll tell me if it comes up A or B. If it comes up A, you're going to pick up and take a big bite of hot dog letter A. If you say B, you're going to take a big bite of hot dog B. Does that make sense? You happy to do this? OK, there's a little shake of the head there as well. Go, toss. And what is it?
A.
An A. Are you happy this is your choice?
Yes.
It is your choice?
Yes.
OK, look, worst case scenario, you eat some meat. What is it? It's basically cow and pig trimmings mixed with a bit of meat fat and some cereal and shoved into it's an intestine, animal intestine, basically, that creates the casing for this. So worst case scenario, that's what you're going to eat. Is that meat, or is it veggie substitute?
I don't know, it's hard to tell sometimes. Some of these vegetable substitutes are good.
What about if you smell it?
No, that's the meat.
That's the meat.
That's not meat.
That is not the meat. And if there was any doubt, I can show you. Indeed, B was in fact the meat, and A was the rubbish one. One more time? Come over here. All right, one final choice, and you'll be saying A or B for one final time. Now, if you look, there's a door over there with an A right next to it. Can you see that? Yep, that is door A. And over there is a door with a B sign next to it. That is door B. Here's what you're going to do. You are going to toss the coin. You will say whether it's A or B, and immediately, as soon as that letter is out of your mouth, you will hurl yourself towards the door of your choice, throw yourself at it, and burst through. Now, one of the 2 doors is made of balsa wood and polystyrene, and it'll just break. You'll just be able to go straight the way through. The other door is made of very solid mahogany and will really, really hurt.
OK.
You ready?
Yep.
OK, face this way, please. Actually, one second. Okay. I've swapped them round. That's A, that's B. Okay, so you'll call out the letter and you will just run at the door. You've got to really go for it, all right?
Okay.
Leap, shoulder first, straight the way through. And if it's the balsa wood one, you're just gonna sail right through, so be ready for that.
Okay.
There's a crash mat on the other side as well.
Okay.
Go. Shout it and go. B. Yay! Excellent. Well done. Come back. That was amazing. You did that with real enthusiasm. I thought you'd be nervous. Well done. Congratulations. I'll let you into a little secret, though. I cheated a bit on that last one. They're actually both made of balsa wood. Come here. They're both made of balsa wood, but this would have still hurt. Look. I wouldn't go any further than there. That would have really hurt.
When the trolley went through the door, my heart kind of picked up a bit then and felt a little bit more scared then. I'm feeling quite exhilarated and a bit surprised and amazed and fortunate.
Ian always had two options, A or B, one with a good outcome and one with a bad. Tonight we're looking at what happens when you put the power to make those choices in the hands of a faceless crowd.
Good evening and welcome. Tonight's experiment is about what happens when we're allowed to act anonymously and as part of a crowd. Psychologists call it de-individuation, and it's what turns perfectly nice people into nasty internet bullies or rioters or hooligans. So in the room next door is an audience who have arrived to watch what they think is my new game show, but they're unaware that they themselves, the audience, are the real subjects of tonight's experiment. So during the evening, they will be making a series of decisions, either nice or nasty decisions, that will affect the life of one man who's being secretly filmed. And those decisions will escalate in terms of the level of nastiness that they could potentially inflict. Now, everything that you will see for the next 50 minutes is absolutely genuine and unfaked. I repeat, everything that you will see for the next 50 minutes is absolutely genuine and unfaked. This is remote control.
This is Remote Control. Please welcome your host, Derren Brown!
Good evening. Hello there, this is Remote Control, my brand new game show where live, you, the studio audience, will be controlling everything that happens to one man tonight. Do you want to see this one man? Yeah! Okay, can we bring him up? There he is. Our man is the guy in the middle in the white and blue check shirt. The twist here is that he has no idea that he's being filmed. This is happening live right now.
Sugar.
So this is Chris from Essex with his friend Sibley on the left and Tom on the right, and we're filming them on a night out in Colchester. Now we've got hidden cameras and actors standing by, and his friends are also in on this. And together we're going to give him a night that he will never forget. Are you up for it? Yeah! Excellent. So over the next hour, I'm going to ask you, the audience, to make a series of 50-50 decisions that will determine whether our man has a great Friday night or a, well, not so great Friday night. So Chris, along with thousands of others, applied to be part of this new series. He came in for an interview, which we filmed, and then we let him think that we weren't interested. But that was a lie. I thought he was perfect. So before we start, let's find out a little bit more about our target.
This is Chris. He's 27 and he lives in Colchester, where he works as a design technician.
I like to keep healthy, I like to keep fit.
Chris thinks he's got a great body and fancies himself as a bit of a kung fu kid.
I've got a passion for kickboxing. I'm not doing it to kind of think, right, that's it, I know how to fight.
Chris likes to think he's the life and soul of the party.
After a few drinks, I'm usually the one that's the loudest.
When he's with his mates, he likes to play the Joker.
Whenever I'd stay at my friend's house, I used to just sort of nip up for a wee, come back down, and I'd be completely starters. And they would go, oh, no, I don't want to look at that. Because of that, it would just make me laugh.
Chris is a bit of a lad, likes the ladies, but doesn't always treat them well.
About 10 years ago, we were on holiday together. My girlfriend went back to the hotel room. I said, I'm going to stay out partying. I ended up sleeping with the other girl. Then I came back to the hotel room, and she's like, what's the matter? And I lied and said I'd been chased by 4 guys down the road. And then we ended up sleeping together just there and then. Yeah, that's not exactly nice, but yeah, naughty. Yeah.
So, bit of a lad. And remember, Chris has no idea. He has no idea that we are filming him tonight. So this whole show is about you, the audience, and what you decide should happen to Chris. So, OK, let's get going. Now, I can talk to all the actors who'll be helping us control Chris's life tonight, so let's talk to our first set of actors now. So, actors, I am talking to you now. This is the bar that Chris is in. There he is in the check shirt there, just over to the right. So, barman, I'm talking to you first. This is the guy behind the bar. Would you scratch your nose for me, please? Would our waiter, please, there should be a where he is, could our waiter please scratch his nose too? Single girl, we have a single girl there at the bar. She's also in on this. Scratch your nose as well, please. Well, the boyfriend, please. There's a couple there at the table. We have a boyfriend and girlfriend. Will the boyfriend, please, with his... sorry, girlfriend. Let's do the girlfriend. Will the girlfriend, please, there in the blue shirt, please scratch your nose. Excellent. And finally, our boyfriend, please. Could you scratch your nose, please, boyfriend? Excellent. And take a sip of your drink. Take a sip of your drink, boyfriend. And pop your top off. No, he's not getting that. Excellent. So, the bar looks a little bit empty at the moment. It will be filling out later. So throughout the show, we can make all sorts of things, weird and wonderful things happen to Chris. And in a moment, the audience will be making its first decision. But before that, we have given all of our audience members one of these. These are masks here, and wearing these masks will ensure that you can make your decisions anonymously. So, audience, please put your masks on now. You look fabulous. OK, the masks are on, and our actors are ready to receive their first instructions, which means we're ready to take over Chris's life. It's time to play Remote Control. So, audience, here comes decision number 1. Have a look at some people near the bar. So, we've already met them. There's the boyfriend and girlfriend in the background there, and we also have a single girl next to the bar. Can you see her just on the right there? On my instructions, one of 2 things will happen. Either our single girl is going to start flirting with Chris and make him feel like $1 million, something nice, or maybe as revenge for his infidelity that he admitted to earlier on, should I send in the girlfriend to accuse Chris of pinching her bottom and then set her furious boyfriend on him? So, audience, those are the 2 options. So let's hear them again from the man who does the voiceover, or to use his real name, Voiceover Man.
So, will you choose option A, our single girl comes on to Chris, or option B, the girlfriend accuses him of pinching her bum and sets her boyfriend on him?
Audience, start voting now! OK, thank you. Well, the votes have been counted, and I can now reveal 81% of you have chosen the bum pinching and the hungry boyfriend. So, let's see how Chris copes with the angry boyfriend, as well as a whole load of other surprises we've got in store after the break. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Remote control.
So tonight's experiment is about the mob mentality that emerges when we can act anonymously and as part of a crowd.
And it's the kind of behaviour that leads to lynch mobs and rioters, and even some soldiers to behave with extreme brutality. And to test this, we've got an audience next door who are watching what they think is a game show. And they're making nice or nasty decisions to affect the life of one guy called Chris, who doesn't know that he's taking part in all of this. But he is not the real subject of tonight's experiment. It is the audience itself. Welcome back to Remote Control, a brand new game show where the studio audience decides what happens to Chris, our unsuspecting member of the public. The audience are wearing masks to preserve their anonymity, and Chris, our target, has no idea that he's being filmed tonight. So, just before the break, our audience voted that Chris from Essex would have to cope with our angry boyfriend. So let's make it happen. So first, we are going to send the boyfriend off to the toilet. Lee, actor playing the boyfriend, would you please head off to the loo?
Say it. Right, I'm going for a piss.
There he goes.
I'm gonna get me, babes.
Leaving the girlfriend on her own.
I'll have a beck. Yeah?
All right.
Now she's going to go off and buy a drink at the bar, where the incident will occur.
Could I have, please, can I have a couple of Becks, please? Cheers. Thanks very much. Excuse me.
Yeah?
Sorry. You just touched me up.
What?
I walked past you and then you pinched my ass.
No.
Well, I know it wasn't you because you were facing that way and it was you and you look fucking guilty, so can you just apologise? You just fucking touched my ass.
I genuinely did. Genuinely did.
No, I'm not making it up and you're making me look like a dick and it's really upsetting. Right, I'm here with a boyfriend. Even if I wasn't, I wouldn't be fucking interested in you, all right?
I'm really sorry.
Are you saying you didn't do it to me?
Honestly saying I didn't do it. Well, I'm sorry if I offended you, but I didn't.
Well, you have offended me, and you've offended me because now you're making me look like a liar and a dickhead.
Shall we send Lee out of the toilet? Boyfriend, come out the loo. Don't forget to wash your hands. Here he comes.
You won't believe what just happened.
What?
That bastard just touched me up.
Who?
That guy there, and he called me a liar.
What?
Just acted like he hadn't done it.
What one?
That one there.
What, in the
That
striped
guy
shirt?
right there in the striped shirt.
Oi, did you just touch my girl's ass?
Honestly, I didn't.
What do you mean, honestly, you didn't? She's not a liar, look at her. Did you just touch her ass? No. What do you mean, steady on? He's just touched her ass, look at her.
Genuinely just didn't.
What do you mean, genuine? She's not going to fucking lie, she's been sat here all night. What do you think you're playing at? Do you think you can go up to girls and just fucking nip their ass, do you?
No, I've got a girlfriend at home and
I
I'm getting
don't
married
give a
next
fuck.
year.
What, you're playing like that? Jesus Christ, who do you think you are?
I'm not,
Did he nip her ass? Oh, you didn't see, did you? Of course you didn't see. Mate, no, I'm going to fucking calm down. He's got a fucking fiancée and he's nipping her ass.
Didn't.
What do you mean you did? I don't believe you. Look at her. She's in fucking bits, mate.
Look at me in the eye.
I'm looking you in the eye. I'll look you right in the eye.
Yeah.
Call him a penis, Lee.
Fucking shit. You're a fucking penis. Right, I tell you what, you and me, outside now. Come on. You and me, outside, right now, outside that fucking door, and we'll sort this out good and proper.
I don't want to. Hey, come on.
Listen, people like you make me sick. No, fuck off. People like you make me sick. What do you mean, mate? Don't fucking laugh. You know what he's doing. You want something as well? Would you do it as well, did you?
Come on,
It's not getting fucking ridiculous, babe. He's nicked your ass, and I'm not happy with it.
Come on, don't get...
Fucking apologise. Say sorry to her.
Okay, that's great, Lee. You can back off.
Bang out of order. Bang out of order.
I've done nothing.
Hey, well done keeping your cool there.
Well done, angry boyfriend. So the audience has started controlling Chris's life. And I think it's about time we found out a little bit more about Chris. So Dave, one of our producers, is waiting outside Chris's house in Colchester. There he is. Hi, Dave.
Hi.
Hello. And he has Chris's keys, which Chris's girlfriend has lent to us. And Dave is also wearing a head cam. Just give us a little nod, Dave. Thank you. Excellent. Very good indeed. So, audience, shall we go in and snoop around Chris's flat? Excellent. OK, this should give us an insight into Chris's personality to help you make your decisions. So go on, in you go.
Brilliant, let's do it. Come on in. OK, let's have a look at what we've got. This is his living room. It's quite a nice living room. Oh my God.
That's him and his girlfriend, Chantal. Let's have a look at the DVDs. There's a lot of DVDs. There's obviously a big thing in Chris's life. Any of mine there, Dave? Yes! We know he has exquisite taste.
Are they they're alphabetised?
No.
They're alphabetised?
Yeah, American Beauty. Go back.
They
American
are,
Beauty.
G.
Yes, they are. The A, Bs. Oh, that is hysterical.
Oh my God.
I think he's obviously quite a meticulous guy, isn't he? Which means he wouldn't like order to be upset. Would you want to just change a few rounds? I think that would be annoying. Change a few rounds. And not just change the boxes, but actually take some of the discs out and switch them in. That's going to be really annoying, isn't it? All right, so let's get back to Chris. And it's time for decision number 2. So you may remember our nasty boyfriend from a little earlier on. Well, now one of two things is about to happen. You can either send the angry boyfriend back, this time to apologise and buy Chris a drink, or you can send over a waiter who insists that he pays for a round of drinks he hasn't ordered. Voiceover man, it's over to you.
Will you choose option A, an apology and a pint from Lee? Or option B, the barman asks him to pay for drinks he hasn't even ordered?
Audience, it's time for you to take remote control. Cast your votes now. So the votes are in, and once again we have a clear majority of you in favour of the waiter overcharging. So, let's make it happen. So talking to the waiter now at the bar, you're going to go in and start charging him for drinks that he hasn't ordered. There he is, in you come now. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right, guys, that's top has 5.
Already paid.
Sorry?
Did you pay? You did pay, yeah, because I got the change.
I've already paid for this, yeah. No, you haven't, guys. The guy with the beard, slightly stubble just there. No, guys, come on. Don't. I'm not fucking born yesterday.
If not, he walked over and gave me money when I come back from the toilet.
No. It's too bloody early on a Friday night to do this. I don't appreciate you just being here, drinking the bar dry and not bloody paying.
I've had this for about half an hour.
Right. Is that your first drink or your second drink?
This is my second drink.
Right, well, I think you might have had a bit more than that tonight.
Now, those people you can see outside are ex-Big Brother star Michelle Bass and a posse of promo girls, and we've arranged for them to be doing a little vodka promotion at the bar. So, should we get one of them to spill some drink over Chris? OK, waiter, you can back off now.
Chill out.
Excellent, nicely done, promo girls, is out the spillage. All down the shot. OK, great. All right, that was a little bit naughty, but to help you ramp up your future decisions, let's now meet a real person from Chris's life, work colleague Jenny. Welcome, Jenny, everybody. Hi, Jenny. Hello, lovely to meet you. So this is Jenny, and Jenny works with Chris, and she's about to make an important phone call to him. So, first of all, how long you known Chris for? How long you worked with him?
3 years now.
And what's he like at work?
Oh, he's good fun. He's a practical joker. So this is like sort of payback.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Payback for him. He's a bit of a joker on the office. That's fantastic. So how do you think he's doing so far?
Fantastic. Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Come on.
Right, so you know what you're going to do.
Yes, I do.
Jenny's going to make an important phone call to Chris, which we're going to follow up later on in the show. So, Jenny, you know what you've got to do. Off you go.
Here we go. You better answer.
You better answer.
Back for 10 o'clock.
Hi, Chris, it's Jenny. Are you going to have your phone on you for the next 15 minutes or so? Right, because I need to talk to you about something important, but I really have to go now. I'll call you soon, right? OK, bye.
OK, brilliant. He's put his phone away. Round of applause for Jenny. Thank you very much, Jenny. We'll come back to you later. All right. So, audience, later on, you'll be making a decision. Will Jenny be calling him back to tell him some really good news or some really awful news? That will be up to you. So he's got no idea that things could be about to get a whole lot worse, but that's in the hands of our wonderful studio audience tonight. And we'll be right back after the break. See you in a few minutes.
Remote control.
Tonight's experiment is about de-individuation, which is what happens when people become anonymous members of a crowd, which allows them to behave in a way that goes against their moral code. It's a large part of what turns normal people into internet bullies, rioters, football hooligans, and encourages TV reality show audiences to victimize contestants. This audience think they're watching a new game show, but they're actually the unwitting subjects of this experiment. They're making decisions that will have a major impact on Chris, who doesn't know that he's being filmed or that the audience is in complete control of what happens to him. So far, our audience have been making relentlessly negative decisions when faced with these 50-50 choices and ignoring the positive ones. And now, after some fairly low-level cruelty, things are about to get really rather more unpleasant. Will the power of de-individuation propel this audience to make increasingly negative decisions in an accelerated display of nastiness and cruelty? Welcome back to Remote Control, my new game show, where the studio audience is playing havoc with the life of 27-year-old Chris from Essex. They're all wearing masks to preserve their anonymity. Now, Chris has no idea that as the star of my show, or that everything that happens tonight is being filmed on hidden cameras. We've also got a camera and a producer in his flat. Now, producer Dave, what have you got for us this time? You're having a sandwich. What have you had yourself? Nice. That looks nice. What's in there? What you got?
Beef. I've got beef.
Beef and sandwich. Protein shake.
It's got good tasting food, a little bit of orange juice. I've seen his laundry basket in here.
Oh, yeah?
Not that I really want to do this, but I figure we could find out a little bit more about him by what he's been wearing lately. Oh, look, little Star Wars socks. Nice.
Star Wars socks. Fantastic. It's quite a childish streak with the Star Wars socks and the comic book pants, which maybe ties in with him being a practical joker and playing jokes on people at work.
He's got his laptop here, so I'm going to have
internet
a look.
history. Look at his internet history.
Internet history.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yes.
They would like you to look at his internet history, Dave. Do you know how to use it?
Oh, I know how to use a computer. So,
Did you just log into his account? Do we know his password?
Didn't have a password. Foolish.
Didn't need a password, okay.
And internet history...
Anything dodgy on it, please let there be some porn.
He's got nothing on it.
What you got? Just... Oh, come on.
He's wiped his history. He's wiped his history.
A clear indictment.
He's been doing something dodgy. That's it. That's his kitchen. I mean, it's quite nice.
Let's have a look at the bathroom. Yeah, no, let's go. Let's go up to the bathroom. Let's have a look.
That is...
Fantastic arse.
Thanks. Right, bathroom. That's pretty clean. What
do we got? Presumably quite a few hair products and that kind of thing.
No, it's nice enough stuff. It's clean-rimmed bath, shall we say?
He's got a clean rim. That's always good.
He's got a clean rim.
How's the sink? Anything
the sink.
Is he generally quite clean?
Yeah,
he seemed quite meticulous.
It's pretty clean. Oh, hang on. Oh, God. That's a fingernail, isn't it?
Oh, nice. Can you give a little bend? Little bend. Nice. So not as meticulous as maybe it likes up here. Oh. All right, lose it, Dave. That's disgusting. All right, thank you, Dave. We'll come back to you in a bit. All right, thank you, Dave. So, I'm now going to give Chris's friend Sibley his cue. Now, the cue is to suggest to Chris that after the night that they've had, they're better off going to the shop, buying some beers, and then going back to Chris's flat. What do you, my lovely audience, want to happen when they get to the shop? Either Chris will be the shop's 5,000th customer and win a basket full of goodies, or you can have him framed for shoplifting. Voiceover man, those options again, please.
So, will you choose option A, he's the shop's lucky 5,000th customer? Or option B, he's accused of shoplifting?
Audience, it's time for you to take control. Remote control, so cast your votes now. The votes have been counted. We now have 60% of you. 60% of you have chosen that he gets framed for shoplifting. Okay, so let's go over to the shop and make it happen. Hello, shop. Can you hear us in the shop? Faye, give us a wave if you can hear us. Faye, can you hear us? Give us a wave if you can. Stand blankly and do nothing if you can hear us. Faye, can you hear me, Faye? Faye, if you can hear me, I need you to give us a wave. Faye, give me a wave. Hey! That's a effect. All right. Okay, so we are going with a shoplifting scenario. You can lose the sashes and the hats. Repeat, lose the sashes and the hats. We are going shoplifting. We are not going 5,000th customer. Get rid of them. Okay, so I now need to give the cue to Sibley. That's Sibley there in the orange shirt, who's going to suggest that they now leave after the night they've had.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
I'm actually going to poo myself before going to...
Very nice, all looking very friendly. That's Sibley's bag, that might be important in a minute. And off they go. So they're going to be leaving this bar, and the shop they're heading to is only a couple of doors down. Sibley knows to make sure they go into the shop. Our shop actors are waiting. So here's how this is going to work. All night, Chris's friend Sibley has been carrying a bag. You can see him holding that bag there. And in a moment, Sibley is going to get the cue to leave the shop, but leaving the bag containing stolen goods with Chris. So once Sibley is gone, Chris is going to be accused of shoplifting. All right, so let's go over to the shop and make it happen. So, Faye, who is our shop assistant actor. Faye, can you go over and give Sibley his cue, please?
Yeah, we've got James and Hannah coming around tomorrow night.
Hello, can I help you?
James and Hannah. We're all right, thanks. We're loading up here. That's the thing. Actually, my bladder's kicking off for big time.
That was his cue.
Run back and meet toe in. Yeah, look, seriously. Take that. Hold my bag. I'll see you soon.
He's nipping off to the loo.
Default. Yeah, standard. Yeah, I'll see you there.
So the shopkeeper won't accuse him of anything until he comes to the till to actually pay for what he's got in the basket. And here we go.
Is that it?
That's it, they get different day.
You sure?
Come get this one, yeah.
You sure that's it?
That's everything I've put in the basket, yeah.
But what about the stuff that you put in your bag?
Don't put anything in it. It's my mate's bag.
No, I've seen you just now. Just put something in your bag. Yes.
What?
Right. You're just taking that from there. That's what your mate's bag.
Why would I take?
Fake.
Why would I take always?
That's right. Why would you take panty liners and peas? Why would you? What are you going to do with panty liners and peas? Listen, it's not like that. Faye, can you lock the door? Look, that's my mate. That's my I'm going to have to call the police here.
Faye, you need to call the police.
Yeah, call the police, please, Faye.
Because I promise, I have not done anything wrong. Okay?
For a man to nick panty liners and peas.
So the police have been called.
I swear to you.
Look, that's your bag, isn't it?
That's my mate's bag. He ran off.
Do you know what? I think I've seen your face here before. You've been in this shop before, haven't you?
Never been in this shop before.
I think you have.
Never.
Because we've had a lot
Okay, the police should be coming in about 20 seconds.
Your face does ring a bell.
Okay, can we send in the police? They should be just around the corner. Here they come. They'll be coming in. Of course, there'll be some CCTV footage to answer this once and for all.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Chris Corbett. I'm happy to look at the security cameras to prove my innocence, because I did not put them in. We've got the security
We're
cameras.
going to sort this out now.
Yeah.
Let's just have a look at this, okay? And just see what's going on. You stay here.
Yeah, because I did not put them in there.
Spare us 1 minute.
No, don't shake my hand.
Just stay with my colleague.
Okay, so they are off to look at some CCTV. And when they emerge, they're going to say one of two things. Either there's nothing on the footage and they're going to let him off, or the footage clearly shows Chris stealing the goods and the policeman will arrest him. Audience, it's time for you to make your 5th decision of the night. Voiceover man, those options again, please.
Will you choose option A, he gets let off scot-free, or option B, he gets arrested?
Audience, it's time for you to take remote control. Cast your votes now. Thank you very much. Your votes are in, and I can now reveal to you that the majority of you have gone for the arrest. So, let's get the shop assistant. Let's get Faye, the shop assistant, to cue the police and make it happen. That's the cue.
So I told you, yeah. It's just a thief, that's what it is.
Well, okay, well, I'll tell you what. I've viewed the tape of the store holder, okay? And it seems to me there's a question to answer. So what? It doesn't look right to me. You know?
He's a thief. You should be ashamed of yourself. I mean,
so,
from a small shop, I'm thinking these items
are
panty liners on ends.
All right. At the moment, what we need to do is take you down to the station, and we're going to sort it out. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you fail to mention one question or something like that.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, they're taking him out. They're going to put him in the van.
Well, they got you for, mate.
Sit there, mate. On this side.
Yep. He's been thieving from that shop.
Okay, off they go. All right, now, he's in the van. They're taking him off to the police station. Now, you remember Chris's colleague, Jenny, from earlier on. Let's get back to her to now have her make the call with the good or the bad news. Now, she's going to tell him one of two things. Either she's won a brand new TV and she's going to give it to Chris, or she's going to tell him that he's going to get fired on Monday. Over to you, voiceover man.
Will you choose option A, he gets a brand new telly, or option B, he's going to get fired on Monday?
Audience, it's time for you to take remote control. Cast your votes now. Excellent. Thank you very much, audience. You are a bunch of meanies. We have 67% have voted for you. Voted that he's going to get fired. So let's talk to Jenny and make it happen. Jenny, come back. I'm sorry. The audience has spoken. So you're going to make the call. You know the story. He's in the police van at the moment.
Oh, he's having such a bad night.
He is having a bad night, but it'll be fine in the end. So, do you want to give him a call and explain to him what's happened?
Okay.
No, sorry, I've just got a phone. Hello?
Hi, Chris, you alright?
Not at the minute. I'm in a police van. I can't talk at the minute.
What? Oh, are you kidding me?
No, genuinely. I genuinely can't talk at the minute.
I don't believe you. But anyway, I've got some, some bad news for you.
What's that?
I was copied in on an email at work.
Right.
And it's about redundancies, and mine and your name are on the list.
Seriously?
Seriously. I was supposed to have leave on Monday. I have to come back early and face the music.
So we've got to go in on Monday?
Yeah, we're going to get told on Monday, yeah.
Oh,
officially.
That's
yeah,
wonderful.
I'm really sorry about that. I just thought best that you know, really.
Okay.
All right. All right, anyway.
Okay.
All right. Take care. See you on Monday. Bye. Bye.
Where's your sleep, mate?
Hey, that's it. We'll have a conversation. What would you like?
Devastating, I think.
Excellent. So, our target, Chris. Our target, Chris, is currently being driven around by the police in the back of a van. Now, we clearly can't have the policemen take Chris to the station, mainly because they're not real policemen and they don't work at a real police station. So instead, the police are going to get an emergency call, let him off with a caution, and drop him near his flat. But before we do that, do you want to make the next decision about his life? Yeah! All right, first of all, thank you, Jenny. You're going to let you head off now. Thank you. Right, Jenny, everybody. Thank you, Jenny. All right. So, either this evening, you can end his evening here on a happy note and let him go back to his flat, where Dave will give him a £10,000 cash prize. Or he doesn't win the prize and you keep things going and have him kidnapped by a van load of thugs and taken to a disused warehouse. Voiceover man, the options, please.
Will you choose option A, let him go home and win a cash prize, or option B, he gets kidnapped?
Audience, it's time for you to take remote control. Cast your votes now. Okay, the votes have been locked in, and yes, we have the results. The audience are in control of Chris's life. And we'll find out which option they've chosen right after this break. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back to the final part of Remote Control, the show where the studio audience take charge of one unsuspecting person's life for a night. This evening, the audience, masked to protect their anonymity, have been remote controlling the life of 27-year-old Chris from Essex. And so far, you, the audience, have chosen to have Chris accused of pinching a girl's bum.
You just so fucking touch my arse, making me look like a dick, and it's really upsetting.
Confronted by her angry boyfriend.
Did you just touch my girl's ass?
Asked to pay for drinks he didn't order.
One of you pays or you leave.
Had a pitcher of vodka spilled over him. Accused of shoplifting.
Why would you take panty liners and peas?
Arrested and thrown in the back of a police van. And told that he's about to get fired.
It's about redundancies, and mine and your name are on the list.
And just before the break, you had the choice of Chris being given a cash prize or being kidnapped by a gang of thugs. Now, before we find out their latest decision, we're going to go back to Chris's flat, where one of our producers, Dave, has been poking around all night. Dave, Chris has no idea that you've been there all night, has he?
No, he has no idea.
Excellent. So let's take this to the next level and go through to the bedroom. Those are words that Dave has never heard before in his life.
Let's have a look. Nice big bed. Let's try this one out.
Hang on, they're shouting out suggestions. What was that? Underwear drawer, they're saying. Underwear drawer.
Underwear drawers? Where's that going to be?
What do you want him to do with the underwear drawer?
Oh, look. What was that?
They said put it on. Don't put it on, don't put it on. What else have we got in the room? Show us around the room. What else is in the room?
What else have we got? We've got his wardrobe with the looks. Special taste in clothes.
Hang on, they want you to look in the bedside table. Lady was shouting out bedside table.
Here, this one. We've got...
Oh, this could be...
Well, let's have a look.
Do you want his sheets? Sniff his sheets.
What am I doing? I can't hear what I'm doing.
Sniff his sheets.
Sniff his feet.
Sheets. Sniff his sheets.
Lick his sheet.
Sniff his sheets. Ah, that's all right. That's
More hair.
Just trash his room.
This one.
Trash his room.
That's
They're saying trash the room, okay? Show us the room. Show us around the room. Show us what we got in the room. We haven't seen the room. What else has he got?
What else have we got? We've got TV, Xbox, wardrobe, baseball bat.
What was that?
Weirded bin!
Smash his telly! Smash it! Hang on, can we smash his telly? I don't know if we can smash his telly. Do we want to smash his telly? They wanted to smash the telly, Dave.
It's a good thing I brought these.
All right. Dave had with him, we thought you might say something like this. Dave does have with him some goggles and gloves in case this became destructive, as we thought it may do.
Then, I think we should do this. Can I get a countdown? Can I get a countdown?
3, 2, 1.
Go on! We are getting word from the police. We are told that our fake policemen are getting close to dropping Chris off near his flat. So it's time to announce the results of our latest vote. Remember, it was a choice between Chris coming home and winning a £10,000 cash prize, which you have, Dave. Do you have the money? Do you have the £10,000?
Yes.
Dave, show us the money. Quick. That's it. That's the prize. Or being kidnapped by a van load of thugs. We have the votes. The votes have been counted, and you, the majority, have voted for the kidnap. So let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Right, so you are on, kidnappers. You need to go in and kidnap Chris when he gets out the police van. So this is not far from Chris's house. They are very close. I'm being told they're very, very close. Not that I'm being told about 10 seconds away. This is live now as you're watching at home. Here they come, here they come. We have a disused warehouse at the ready. It has not been his night. It's about to get worse. Oh. So they've let him off with a caution. We had some people call the police and say that they got an emergency call out. So they've let him off. Here come the kidnappers. Hang on a second. Hang on, can we hold it? Can we lose? One second. I can't hear, there's too many of you talking.
Do we know anything?
We're just waiting to find out. Honestly, we're just waiting to find out. As soon as we know anything, we'll probably find out.
Why is there nothing? Inappropriate.
Okay, so this show that you've seen is part of 4 1-hours called The Experiment. And tonight's experiment is about something called de-individuation, which is what happens when people become anonymous and the sort of behaviour that it brings out. Now, people watching this at home will have heard me say that everything that we're going to see in the next 50 minutes was unfaked. That was true. But that 50 minutes was up 3 minutes ago, which was when we cut to the kidnap scene. And from that moment, we're actually playing pre-recorded footage, so Chris didn't get run over. It was our stuntman, Will. And we treated this film to make it look like it was happening this evening, even though it was actually shot during the daytime. And we already brought 2 identical shirts, one for our stuntman and one which we got Chris's girlfriend to give to Chris and make sure that he wore it tonight.
Okay, cut. Play it back. You all right, mate? Yeah.
So our stuntman was unharmed, and Chris, of course, is absolutely fine. And what actually happened to him earlier on was that he was dropped back at his flat, where he found a brand new replacement TV waiting for him and a letter from me explaining what's been happening to him tonight. You, the audience, have been the real subjects of tonight's show. We gave you the masks so you could feel anonymous and just a part of a crowd. And as the evening progressed, you became less and less like individuals and more like a mob. You were affecting a real person, even to the point where you were happy for him to think he'd lost his job and were cheering for his property to be destroyed. You all genuinely voted. Each time the majority gave us the negative decision. Each time we always had a positive decision there, and the positive decision was always ready to run, but you genuinely each time voted for those situations to get worse and worse, which is something we all do. It's something we're all capable of. We've all been guilty of this mob mentality at some point in our lives. And this experiment has been to show how easily it can happen. Thank you, and good night.
Wow, comedy coming next. Life was sort of manageable till a down-in-the-dumps Frank turned up. It's Pete versus his ever more complicated life. Next on 4.